Hello and welcome to a new video where I ramble about things that confuse me, and today I'm rambling about rage bait, or the thing that some creators that make these videos call satire. But satire is defined as a work of art which uses humor, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticize prevailing immorality or foolishness, especially as a form of social or political commentary, by the Oxford Dictionary. So, in simpler words, funny, obvious commentary on society. Obviously, there's a reason why every single other commentary YouTuber calls this rage bait, so today we're going to look into this. Before we begin, I need your support to get through our school, and you can do that by subscribing, and if you like this video, also liking this video. If you really want to, you can also shop on my crochet page where I sell this guy, for example. And yeah, if you do that, I will donate a part of it to Doctors Without Borders, because that's also important to me. Yes, but if you subscribe, you will help me a lot with going through art school. Thank you very much, and let's get started. Okay, so this is gonna work as following. We watch a video from someone, or some videos from someone, and then I decide if I find it funny or not, and then we can see if it's satire or something else, rage bait. I'm
the girl that got proposed to at the Eras tour, and I did say no, so I'm gonna answer y'all's questions, but I just think it's so funny that there's a video of Taylor going viral where she's like, and I think someone just got engaged, and like literally everyone in our section is like, no, 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 and like you can literally see the realization wash across her face where she's like, okay, I think I should change the subject. Like, yeah, girl, like, sorry, that was us. And I just wanted to set the record straight. Like, I was not saying no to the man. Like, my boyfriend is the love of my life, I'm gonna marry him, but I was saying no to the proposal, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It should be about the marriage and not the proposal. Like, I would say no too if it was like in a dumpster or like after a fight or something, but you should talk about this beforehand.
Because like it just wasn't specific to me, you know, the girls that get it. Like the location, for instance, being Liverpool, like it's a beautiful place, but it just has no significance to me. And I was like, did you literally just fly me here because it's like the cheapest tour date? Like, I don't understand. Like, why didn't we go to Paris, like the city of love?
I smell a little gold digger vibes going on here, because Taylor Swift tickets are already really expensive, and if you add a flight to that to another country, it's gonna be more expensive, and just not everyone can pay for that, you know?
Or like somewhere that's significant to our relationship. And then also, I know people are gonna hate me for this, but like I'm just not a huge Taylor Swift fan. Like, I didn't even have the song that he proposed me to saved in my Spotify. He proposed to Love Story.
So you don't love Taylor Swift? Me neither. You should have communicated that to your boyfriend before you went there, or before he bought this ticket. You know, that makes sense.
And I was like, did you just pick this because like a lot of people on TikTok did it? Like, it was just not specific to me. So I'm gonna hold out for something that's a little bit more tailor-made for me in particular. And yeah.
The audacity to think that he would propose again. You know? So this is obviously rage bait. This person has more of these wild stories on her account, and if you watch all of these, there's no single storyline of her life, so the stories are obviously fake and it's rage bait. In her bio it says honesty, integrity, truth, and so I think that is supposed to be sarcasm. The people in the comments are trying to reason with her and are mad at her for not accepting the proposal, which is kind of exactly our goal here. Because like there are 40,000 comments on this video, which made it go viral, and you know, that is what you wanted. Maybe she is trying to make fun at a proposal that actually happened at the Liverpool concert. I would not know, might have happened. But it's not funny, so I would say mission failed successfully. Because it's not funny, it's also not satire, and I cannot see how this is commentary on society anyways. Because if you're trying to go against, like, gold digging or something, this is not the way to do it. Like, it's... people take it too serious, and therefore it's rage bait. Okay, next. Okay, next I wanted to talk about the people who cut out the bottoms of their shoes.
My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes. We decided to start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else.
Now, everyone and their mother has already seen that video and talked about it, but I wanted to talk the account as a whole because there's a lot more going on there. So the previous video that we talked about came from someone who just seems to be making rage bait videos all the time, but this creator that made the shoe video, Christy, seems like a normal family account with like watching the eclipse and like going on cute little family trips and using your child as a money maker. I mean, cute little family things. However, if you look a little bit more closely to the video titles, you see stuff like tattooing their child. Well, it's probably not a real tattoo, but they never say that actually. Or turning their Tesla into a gas car, allegedly, and, you know, walking on all fours. Well, then, while I was looking at those titles, I found out that they went on Dr. Phil, because they made a TikTok about that, where they seem, or where Christy at least, where she seems to be so proud to be on Dr. Phil.
And I think honestly we did pretty good because Dr. Phil was so nice. We filmed for about like 10 minutes and then we did a commercial break. So during the commercial break, he literally looked at me and Seth and he's like, I have 2 grandkids, and like started talking to us and was being so nice.
So, of course, I had to watch the Dr. Phil episode. The Dr. Phil episode was a wild ride. It was mainly about putting your child on the internet and using them for content and such. And that's a whole other topic than rage bait. I've talked a little about that before, but if you want me to talk more about it, please let me know. Anyways, in the TikTok video she made about it, she was pretty proud of it and talked about how nice Dr. Phil is. And of course he's being nice to you. He doesn't want a whole Ellen DeGeneres situation on him or something like that. Going on Dr. Phil as the main act is, I think, not something that you should be proud of ever. But she is in the video. At least I'd say that being asked to be on Dr. Phil for something like this is a sign to rethink your life's choices. Well, anyways, if you look at the account, it feels like, for me personally, that Christy is using these rage bait videos, these obvious rage bait videos, like cutting out the bottoms of their shoes and walking on all fours, to take away the attention from the videos in which they use their child as content, which feels very weird to me. Those ridiculous projects of cutting out the shoe buttons and such are obviously fake. I can see how that's actually funny, like it's a bit weird, but you know, yeah, I can see how it's funny. I also can't see what it's trying to critique, so again, it's not satire, it's obviously rage bait. For the next one, you have probably seen that one mom that went viral for sending a Venmo request to the mom of the child that her child had a playdate with. Not just for stuff like amusement park tickets, but for toilet visits and like wear and tear of the furniture. Of course, some other momfluencer saw that too and was like, let's make a business out of this idea of sending weird Venmo requests. Now, I am Dutch. And the Dutch are known for sending tikkies, which is the Dutch equivalent of a Venmo request, to everyone for literally everything. But even I find this extreme. Like, I am not going to make someone pay for going to the toilet when it barely costs me any money. Like, that doesn't make sense. Sure, you can. If I organize an entire dinner and pay a lot of money and I'm a broke student, I am going to ask you to contribute something. You can bring a dish or you can pay me and I will make all the food. You know, that makes sense. But at least 2 things should happen for this. You should communicate this beforehand. I think that is actually a thing that most Dutch people don't really do, so I'm used to it when it doesn't happen, but I still find it nice if people do this. And also, there is like some kind of boundary here, which don't ask people to pay for toilet visits. That's what I'm trying to say here. So, of course, that's different from what this mom did. It has nothing to do with the children this time. She invited a friend over and made a list of the things that the friend should pay for.
I sent a Venmo request for $58 to my friend and her husband after they came to my house for a dinner party. She sent me the rudest text message back. So look at these texts and tell me if I was in the wrong. After the dinner party was over, I sent her a text and I said, hey, your share of the dinner party is $58. Please Venmo me. Her response was that the dinner party was at my place, so she should not be getting a bill for a dinner at my house. My response back to that is everything is so expensive now. The prices of food and utilities are so expensive, so I think it's fair to split that cost among the guests that come to my house. I had a feeling that this might happen, and so on my notes tab on my phone, I kept a running list of everything that her and her husband either ate or used throughout the night. This seems so normal to me, but take a look at this list and let me know what you think.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but water is not this expensive. If it was, no one would ever wash their hands ever again, and the entire world would be infested with salmonella. This person is not only sending out outrageous Venmo requests to everyone she ever talked to, but she also receives them for some reason, because apparently everyone in their world does this. The first one is for when her son went to school. He apparently damaged some things in the classroom, and the teacher sent a Venmo request to the parent to pay for those damaged things.
I just got a Venmo request from my son's teacher asking me for money for all the items that my son damaged in her classroom throughout the school year. I cannot believe that this is real life. This does not seem like something that teachers typically do. She's asking for $370. This does not feel like a normal thing that teachers do. Maybe it is, but look at this email she sent to all of the parents, and then I asked for a list of the items with the cost of everything Tatum broke. I get that teachers aren't paid enough, but charging me $80 for missing puzzle pieces that my son apparently lost? What kind of puzzles is she buying? Also, charging him for a chair that broke? Maybe the school should buy sturdier chairs. I don't think I'm going to pay this. I think there's a lot of other parents that agree with me in his class, but let me know what you think and if this is a normal thing for teachers to.
First of all, in the end of the video, she says that she's not going to pay for all these things that her son damaged, but that is wrong, because the screenshot of the Venmo request in the beginning of the video says that the Venmo request is completed. And I, again, don't use Venmo, but it seems logical to me that that means that it is paid. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think we can assume that that's the truth. Furthermore, I think it's extremely hypocritical to be mad about this when you asked your friend money for ringing doorbell twice, literally 6 days ago. That's just weird. I don't think this is real either. I think we can assume that this is fake and just made up for rage bait purposes, because it's just way too convenient that you're the person that has to deal with all these weird Venmo requests. The last weird Venmo request also sent to this person that I want to talk about is from an airplane person. What happened is that her toddler was sitting next to her in an airplane, and then someone was sitting in front of them, and the person in front of them airdropped them a letter with a list of things that disturbed the person in front of them, of the toddler, and asked them to pay for emotional damage or something. I promise you that no one has ever done that before. Sure, everyone has been annoyed by the toddler in the plane once, but when you have to deal with that, you just try to shut out the toddler and all your emotions, and you complain about it afterwards to your friends and your mom. You don't send a Venmo request to the mother of the child. Also, isn't it weird that both the Venmo requests that she got were from things that her son allegedly did wrong, and not the things that she did wrong herself? She sent a Venmo request to an adult for something that an adult did, but the things that she got the requests from were her son. And I think that's just blaming your son for things, even though you're not saying that he actually did these things, but for some reason it feels very weird. There's another weird thing about the videos from this person, and that is that they all have the same eerie music under them from those AI generated videos about weird history facts. Yeah, she put them all under the Venmo request videos. That's also weird if you ask me. I feel like that kind of means that we should not take those Venmo requests seriously. It's not really satire either. I cannot see how this is supposed to be funny and what we are supposed to learn from or get from it if you talk about critique on society. There's one thing that all of these rage bait videos had in common, and that is that they are just not funny. There are more than enough things in the world that we should be or can be mad about, and there's absolutely no need to add to that. If you want to watch satire, I would highly recommend looking up some funny comedians. There are a lot of those and they're really great, and there are a lot of them that also talk about things that you're probably interested in, so that's way better than watching those rage bait videos. Well, that's what I had to share today. If you liked it, please push that wonderful shiny like button. I would highly appreciate that. And if you want to see more of these commentary videos and like experimenting craft videos, because I also make those, yeah, please follow me. You can also keep updated about my life in my Instagram right here. And then I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao!